Namaskaram. So let's discuss a question from the topic issues related to health, education and human resources. Question is National Education Policy 2020 is in conformity with the Sustainable Development Goal 4 of 2030. It intends to restructure and reorient education system in India. Critically examine the statement. So let's discuss this question. The National Education Policy NEP 2020 is the first major policy overhaul since the 1986 National Policy on Education. It aims to transform the Indian education system to meet the demands of the 21st century, aligning with Sustainable Development Goal 4 SDG 4, which calls for inclusive and equitable quality education and lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. Now let's talk about conformity with SDG 4. In this first point is restructure and reorient education system in India, and in this first point is universal access and inclusion. NEP 2020 emphasizes universal access to education, aiming for 100% gross enrollment ratio (GER) each preschool to secondary level by 2030. For example, the Vidya Pravesh program introduces a 3-month play-based school preparation module promoting early childhood education. Second point, quality education and skill development. The policy promotes critical thinking, vocational education, and a multidisciplinary approach, enhancing the quality of education in line with SDG 4. For example, the introduction of vocational training from class 6 aims to integrate skill development with formal education. Third point is teacher training and professional development. NEP 2020 calls for a 4-year integrated B.Ed program to improve the quality of teacher education, aligning with SDG 4's goal of quality teaching. For example, the National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education NCFTE is being developed to standardize teacher training. Fourth point is digital learning and technology integration. The policy emphasizes the use of technology in education through initiatives like the National Digital Education Architecture NDEAR to bridge the digital divide. For example, SAFL, or called Structural Assessment for Analyzing Learning, tests core concepts, enhancing the quality of assessments in schools. Now let's talk about criticisms and shortcomings. First point is privatization and accessibility concerns. Critics argue that the policy promotes privatization, potentially sidelining marginalized communities due to increased costs and limited access to quality private education. Second point, centralization of education governance. The policy centralizes decision making, giving significant control to the central government, which can undermine state autonomy and local leads in education. For example, the establishment of bodies like the National Education Technology Forum raises concerns about over-centralization. Third point, digital divide and resource constraints. Despite promoting digital learning, NEP 2020 does not adequately address the digital divide, especially in rural areas. For example, data shows that only 24% of the rural households have internet access compared to 66% in cities. Fourth point is implementation challenges. The NEP sets ambitious targets such as achieving foundational literacy and numeracy by 2025, but lacks a clear roadmap and sufficient resources, making effective implementation challenging. For example, the target of 6% of GDP investment in education remains unmet, hindering the policy's effectiveness. So let's conclude the whole discussion. NEP 2020 is a progressive step towards achieving SDG 4 with its focus on accessibility, quality, and its inclusiveness. Its success depends on the will and way in which it will be implemented. So this is all about this topic. I hope you love this discussion, you enjoy this discussion and gain some knowledge, some perspective out of it. So keep learning, keep enjoying, keep growing. Namaskaram. Thank you.